Hello, my fellow modeling and tabletop gaming enthusiasts, and welcome to the Mediocre Modeler Show. Well, it's been a whirlwind of a week, I tell you. It sure seems like the official launch of Conflikt 47 was a resounding success. Gotten to see videos of studio tours and question and answer sessions and all kinds of great stuff from the Warlord Open Day this past weekend, as well as all of the pre orders arriving. I've got my digital PDF now and all that great stuff. So, as previously promised, we are going to continue our series on the army lists of Conflikt 47, this week covering the United States. So let's go ahead and dive in. Got it up here on the iPad. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into the United States. So we've got our Army Special Rules. First one being the Arsenal of Democracy. United States units firing any weapon that has multiple shots may re-roll one failed to hit roll per weapon type. For instance, a unit of 6 Fireflies, all equipped with M1X1 Thompsons, firing 12 shots in normal mode, would be able to re-roll 1 dice. Whereas a linebacker jump walker firing with twin HMGs and an M21 light Tesla cannon using the Tesla Arc ability would be able to re-roll to hit with 1 HMG die and 1 M21 light Tesla cannon die. So that's pretty good if you're firing multi-shot weapons, so your submachine guns, assault rifles, MMGs, things like that. Uh, LMGs, you can reroll 1 to hit die. So that's always good. Get more hits. Kind of like, but not really, the bolt action rule where you get to roll 1 extra die if you have so many guys per unit, so many models per unit. Next up, we have Death from Above. Infantry units do not suffer the usual -1 morale penalty for moving onto the table from reserve when using their flight special rule. United States vehicle units do not suffer the usual -1 morale penalty for moving onto the table from reserve when using the jump special rule. So that's pretty cool. You keep your Fireflies or your linebackers or mud skippers or jackals in reserve. You don't suffer, you don't suffer -1 to morale for your order test. Next, we have Tough as Nails. All United States platoon and company commanders start the game with an additional point of guts. Units from the heroes section of the army list do not benefit from this special rule. So that's pretty good. Get an extra free point of guts. And then finally, Tesla's Gift. When a rift die is drawn from the dice bag, rolled, and assigned to a unit armed with any weapon with the Tesla Arc special rule, including because that unit has been assigned an order die and does not already have a rift die, you may re-roll the result. So that's cool. Re-roll the result for your Tesla Sherman or your linebacker or your Paragons with heavy Tesla rifles. All right, so for heroes, we've got Slammer Samuels, comes in at 158 points. He's one heroic officer. He is a hero that may be used as a company commander. On a 25 mil base, has a heavy Tesla rifle and a Tesla gauntlet. Normal infantry movement rate, but he does have fast, so an 8-inch on an advance, 16-inch on a run. He is veteran with 6+ damage and a 10 morale. Special rules are fast and heavy. He has 3 points of guts, 1 point of rift mastery, and 1 point of luck. So that's pretty good. So he gets 2 rift dice. He is a rift unit, which includes his rift mastery. And his active rift enhancement is the Tesla Gauntlet. In close quarters combat, before any dice are rolled, Samuels can use his Tesla Gauntlet to gain a plus D6 pen modifier to any damage roll he makes. He also gains the Tank Hunter special rule. If the result of the first round of close quarters is a draw, Samuels retains these benefits for the second round of fighting. If Samuels uses the Tesla Gauntlet enhancement, exhaust one of his rift dice after that close quarters sequence is resolved, i.e., before another order die is drawn after 2 rounds of close quarters, if Samuels finds himself locked in combat. Excuse me. His surging bonus is he gains the Deadly 2 special rule, and his exhausted penalty is he loses the Fast special rule. I really like how combat is done in Conflikt 47 compared to Heresy, where it doesn't drag out for the entire game most of the time. Okay, so then for HQ teams, we've got a company commander that's an officer coming in at 42, 60, and 78 points respectively. One officer, a company commander on a 25mm base with a pistol. Standard movement, standard quality, damage, and morale. Options, you can add up to 2 additional soldiers at 6, 9, and 12 points. Replace rifle or pistol with a rifle at 1 point. SMG at 5 points or assault rifle at 7 points. You can do that up to all three. You can take an additional point of either guts or luck at 10 points or 15 points. And then the squad may be upgraded to carry ATRDs for 5 points. And remember, that is the entire squad has to take them. I wonder if that might get changed eventually, but I don't know. It's just, it seemed, I mean, you get like a 10-man unit, they all take ATRDs. I mean, that's 50 points. But on a command team, it's only 15, so I guess that's not too bad, but could potentially take up a bunch of points. Okay, so next we've got a company commander in heavy armor. Comes in at 80 points regular, 98 points veteran. Do not have the option for inexperienced. The unit is one officer in grade 1 heavy powered armor. Is a company commander, 25 mil base, armed with an LMG. Standard movement, standard quality, damage, and morale. So regular and veteran. They have the special rule heavy. Can add up to 2 additional soldiers in grade 1 heavy powered armor at 30 points or 33 respectively. When I say respectively, it means referring to the quality. I'll try to let you know if there's no inexperienced. Can take an additional point of either guts or luck at 10 points or 15 points. And the entire squad may take ATRDs at 5 points, anti-tank grenades at 2, and stubborn at 1. Again, per model. So when I do the squad upgrades, I'm just going to list the upgrades. I think the points costs are all the same, and it is all per for each model in the squad has to take them. Okay, so next we've got the Firefly officer, company commander, comes in at 92 points, which is one officer with a repulsor lift jump pack, is company commander on a 25 mil base, comes standard with a Thompson M1X1/2. Standard movement, not using flight, but using flight, 12-inch advance, 18-inch run. They are veteran, so 5+ and a 10 morale. Special rules are flight. They have 1 rift die, which is the active rift enhancement regroup in hell. When executing an advance or run order, a Firefly officer and any accompanying Fireflies can opt to take an additional 2d6-inch move after resolving their shooting or close quarters combat. I guess I didn't realize this was limited to 2d6. The additional move uses the flight special rule with the exception that the Firefly unit must land in open ground. If this enhancement is used, exhaust the unit's rift die after it has completed its additional move. I just have to read through that again real quick. Using advance or run order, and accompanying Fireflies can take additional 2d6. Okay, after resolving a shooting or close quarters combat. So you would do your advance, do your shoot, or do your run, do your combat. That's resolved. Then you could make a 2d6 move using flight. Okay, there is no surging bonus, and the exhausted penalty is losing flight. Add up to 2 additional Fireflies with Thompson M1X1s, 27 points, and an additional point of guts or luck at 10 or 15. Squad upgrades are ATRDs, anti-tank grenades, and stubborn. Then you have just your regular platoon commander and officer. Coming in at 21, 30, and 39, it is one officer that is a platoon commander on a 25mm base with a pistol, standard movement, and standard damage value and morale for inexperienced, regular, and veteran. You can add up to 2 additional soldiers with pistols for 6, 9, or 12 points. You can replace pistol with rifle for a point. For all 3 SMGs for 5. 1 point per model. Or assault rifles for 7. Again, a point of guts or luck for 10 or 15. And the entire squad may take ATRDs. Then you have a platoon commander, officer in heavy armor at 50 or 59 points. 1 officer in grade 1 heavy powered armor. Platoon commander, 25 mil base with an LMG, standard movement, standard quality. It's regular or veteran. So standard damage and morale. Special rules are heavy. Up to 2 additional soldiers in grade 1 heavy powered armor with LMGs for 30 or 33 points and a point of guts or luck at 10 or 15. And again, the squad can take ATRDs, anti-tank grenades, or stubborn. Okay, then we've got the Firefly officer platoon commander at 52 points on a 25 mil base. This is misworded. It says unit type is company commander. Should be platoon commander. Standard movement, again, they also have flight. Damage value is 5 because they are veteran, and morale of 10. Special rule are flight. They have 1 rift die with the active rift enhancement of regroup in hell. No surging bonus, and they lose flight if they exhaust their rift die. 2 additional sold Fireflies with M1X1s, 27 points each. Point of guts or luck, standard cost. ATRDs, anti-tank grenades, and stubborn. So somebody pointed out to me last week or over the weekend that Marine Fireflies are actually dragonflies, so I gotta start remembering to call them dragonflies. Okay, so then a medic, 23 points or 30, only regular or veteran. 25 mil base, armed with a pistol, standard movement, standard quality. Special rules are medic. You can add up to 2 additional soldiers with pistols for 9 or 12 points, up to 2 per squad. So the options are for the additional soldiers only. Upgrade to a rifle for 1 point each, SMG at 5 points each, or assault rifle at 7 points each. We've got forward observers, forward artillery observer, 75 or 90 for regular and veteran. A 25 mil base with a pistol, standard movement, standard quality. I say standard quality, regular veteran, so standard damage and morale. Special rules are infiltrator and modern communications. U.S. artillery forward observers may re-roll the D6 when they roll on the artillery barrage. On the artillery barrage chart. You can take up to 2 additional soldiers at 9 points or 12 points, and then swap out rifle, SMG, or assault rifle at 1, 5, or 7 points each. And up to all 3 may take that upgrade. You have an Air Force forward observer at 75 regular, 90 veteran, 25 mil base with a pistol, standard movement, standard damage, and morale for their quality. Infiltrator and modern communications again, and then the options are the same for the squad. 2 additional at 9 or 12, and then pistol, rifle, or pistol, no. Replace the pistol, rifle, SMG, assault rifle at 1, 5, and 7 points. Okay, so we got our first infantry squad, which is the standard rifle squad at 42, 60, or 78 points, which consists of an NCO and 5 soldiers. They are basic infantry, so these cannot be your compulsory choices in an assault platoon. 25 mil bases armed with rifles, standard movement, standard quality, standard damage and morale. I'm just going to say standard quality to refer to the norms. When we encounter something different, we'll mention it. Up to 6 additional soldiers at 7, 10, and 13 points. Up to 12 may take SMGs at 4 points. Up to 12 may take assault rifles at 6 points. 2 per squad may take an automatic rifle at 6 points. Get your BARs. Up to 3 may take a rifle grenade launcher at 6 points. 2 may take an LMG at 15 points, which means you'll also have to have 1 act as a loader. And then 1 may replace their rifle with an infantry flamethrower at 30 points, but only if you've taken the engineers. Special rule. Upgrades are ATRDs, anti-tank grenades, stubborn, and engineers. So you could use these. I'd have to look at how the engineer platoon is made up if you have to take advanced or specialist infantry, but I think there are some advanced and specialist infantry that you can give the engineers option to. We have the U.S. Heavy Infantry Squad at 90 regular, 99 veteran, which is 1 NCO and 2 soldiers in grade 1 heavy power armor. They are advanced infantry, so these can be compulsory in an assault platoon. 25mm bases, armed with LMGs, standard movement, standard quality. So, actually, no. I shouldn't say standard. So, regular is 5 plus veteran, 6 plus damage, and then 9 and 10 for morale. They have the heavy special rule. You can take up to 3 additional troops at 30 or 33 points. And 1 per squad may replace their LMG with a super bazooka for 55 points. Again, we have ATRDs, anti-tank grenades, and stubborn. The Firefly Airborne Squad, kind of the new boys, new kids on the block, new hotness. 162 points for 1 NCO and 5 Fireflies. They are specialist infantry. 25 mil bases come standard with a Thompson M1X1 stroke 2. Standard movement like the platoon and company commanders. They come in at veteran, so 5 plus damage, 10 morale. Special rule is flight. 1 rift die. Active rift enhancement is regroup in hell. Surging bonus none. They lose flight if they are exhausted. Can take up to 6 additional Fireflies at 27 points, or Dragonflies. Up to 12 may replace their Tesla Thompson with an SMG for minus 4 points each. 2 per squad may take an automatic rifle for minus 2 points each, so definitely get those BARs in there for a little price discount. And then 1 per squad can replace their Tesla Thompson with a flamethrower, infantry flamethrower for 22 points. And then again, ATRDs, anti-tank grenades, and stubborn. The Paracadutisti Firefly Airborne Squad, the Italian Fireflies. 120 points for an NCO and 4 Fireflies. Specialist infantry on 25 mil bases, armed with SMGs. Standard movement, but they also have flight. They come 5 plus because they are veteran. 10 plus, or morale of 10. Flight and Stubborn are the special rules. One rift die, they do have Regroup in Hell as their active rift enhancement. No surging bonus, and they lose Flight if their rift die is exhausted. You can add up to 5 additional Fireflies for 24 points each, and 2 per squad can replace their SMG with a grenade launcher, which fires both rifle grenades and AT rifle grenades at 22 points. And they can take anti-tank grenades for 2 points. The Paragon Squad comes in at 84 points. Sorry, I'm not trying to be all Paragon Squad, 84 points for a Paragon NCO and 2 Paragons. That's where Hellboy's going to come. He's going to be a Paragon. Specialist infantry on 25mm basis comes standard with SMGs. Normal movement, but they also have fast, so 8-inch advance, 16-inch run. They come only veteran, so 6+ damage, morale of 10. Special rules are heavy, fast, infiltrator, and tank hunters. They come standard with 1 rift die, or 2 if any heavy Tesla rifles are taken. Their active rift enhancement is Gung Ho. Once per game turn, when issued an order, a Paragon squad can immediately generate a point of guts. Any model in the unit may spend guts points as if they were a hero. Any unused guts points persist from turn to turn. If the Paragon squad uses its Gung Ho ability, exhaust one of the unit's rift die after the squad has completed its order. So, those guys can get some heroic stuff there. Their surging bonus is they gain fearless, and their exhausted penalty is they lose fast. So you can take up to 3 additional Paragons for 28 points. 2 per squad can take a heavy Tesla rifle. 1 per squad can take an infantry flamethrower at 26 points, and 6 per squad can take a Paragon close combat weapon in addition to their SMG at 2 points each, which confers Deadly 2 and a +1 pen in close quarters. That sounds like Hellboy's Right Hand of Doom to me. If anything ever did. Although one of the models is armed with a Tesla gauntlet. ATRDs, Fanatics at 2 points, and Engineers at 1 point per model are the squad upgrades. Okay, infantry teams. So standard, we've got the MMG team coming in at 35, 50, and 65 points. The MMG, the HMG team comes at 49, 70, or 91 points. Pretty standard stuff. Nothing to really go over there. We've got anti-tank teams. We've got a bazooka team at 42, 60, and 78 points. 2 soldiers with a bazooka. You've got the super bazooka team at 105 regular, 129 veteran. Is 2 soldiers in grade 1 heavy power armor. They're an anti-tank team on 25mm bases. 1 soldier with a super bazooka and 1 soldier with LMG. Standard movement and standard damage and morale for grade 1 heavy powered armor. So regular is 5+ damage and veteran is a 6+, and they have a heavy special rule. Sniper team, 52 regular, 67 veteran, 2 soldiers. Team leader has a rifle and pistol, and the assistant has a pistol. Standard movement, standard quality for non-armored infantry. They have infiltrator and sniper special rules. You can replace the assistant's pistol with a rifle for 1 point, an SMG for 5, or an assault rifle for 7. And then we've got light mortar or mortar teams. So the light mortar team, 25, 35, and 46 points respectively. You can reduce the team composition to 2 soldiers for a discount of 5 points. Medium mortar team is 32, 45, and 59. If taken as regular or veteran, can take a spotter for 10 points. You got the heavy mortar at 42, 60, and 78. May take a spotter for 10 points if taken as regular or veteran. Flamethrower team, part of a engineer platoon at 50 points regular, 65 points veteran. 2 soldiers. Team leader has an infantry flamethrower, and the assistant has a pistol. I kind of wish we had shotguns in Konflikt 47. So I've got a couple of models with shotguns. That'd be cool. And again, all of that standard quality. For artillery, we've got a light artillery team, 32, 45, and 59 points. 3 soldiers, 1 light howitzer, standard artillery movement, so they can rotate on an advance and run 6 inches. Standard quality again. You can add a gun shield for 5 points. You've got medium artillery, 60, 85, and 111 points. Can take a gun shield for 5 points and can take a spotter if taken as regular or veteran for 10 points. Heavy artillery, 95, 135, 176 points. 5 soldiers, 1 heavy howitzer, standard quality, regular or veteran. We can take a spotter for 10 points and a gun shield for 5 points. So we've got anti-tank guns. The light anti-tank gun comes in at 35, 50, and 65 points. It comes includes a gun shield, and is crewed by 3 soldiers with standard quality. Medium anti-tank gun team, 49, 70, and 91 points. 3 soldiers, again, standard quality, and includes a gun shield. Heavy anti-tank gun team, 70, 100, or 130 points. 4 soldiers, 1 heavy anti-tank gun, and includes a gun shield standard. The super heavy anti-tank gun team, 98, 140, and 182 points. 5 soldiers, 1 super heavy anti-tank gun, and comes with a gun shield. Then we have the M17 Tesla cannon team. 88, 125, 163 points. Is 3 soldiers with an anti-tank gun, 25 mil bases. Standard weapon is 1 M17 Tesla cannon. Counts as heavy artillery for the purposes of being moved by its crew. So you can rotate on an advance, and running is not an option. Standard quality. It is a Rift unit due to being a Tesla cannon. So it has the 1 Rift die and comes with the Tesla arc weapon special rule. And then you can upgrade the crew to wear grade 1 heavy powered armor if you take them as regular or veteran for 15 points. Okay, so let me get into the fun stuff now. So we've got walkers. We've got the M3A2 Pond Skater Scout Walker. I have 2 of those. I got to figure out I got to start writing lists. It's tough. I'm dabbling with the Warlord app. I got the free 7-day trial. It's definitely convenient. I've printed out on paper all these lists too. Or at least the access in the US. Because I've just been pen and papering my list, but I'm going to try and be a little more efficient. So, M3A2 Pond Skater, Scout Walker, regular is 80, veteran is 96. It is a Scout Walker with 2 legs. Standard weapons are a pintle-mounted HMG with a 360-degree arc of fire, 1 forward-facing hull-mounted MMG. Movement rate is up to 12 on an advance, 12 to 24 on a run. Damage value is 7+. Morale is normal or standard, 9 regular, veteran 10. Special rules are amphibious, open-topped, recce, and 2-legged. And you can add a second HMG on the same pintle mount for 20 points. That's 12 shots. No. It'd only be 6 shots because it's vehicle mounted. It's not arm mounted, so it's only 6 shots. Still, that's cool. Then you've got the M3A5 Pond Skater Scout Walker. So M3A5, 110 points regular, 132 veteran, is a Scout Walker with 2 legs. Get that sweet extra attack in combat with those legs. You just imagine a Pond Skater just sitting there just like trying to kick somebody. That'd be hilarious. Okay, so it comes standard with a light anti-tank gun and a forward-facing hull-mounted MMG. So that recoilless rifle. Up to 12 inches on an advance, 12 to 24 on a run, 7+ damage, and then standard morale. Special rules are amphibious, improved HE. Instead of HE 1 inch, the light anti-tank gun has HE 2 inch. Open-topped and 2-legged. So 2-legged, they can make 2 pivots instead of 1. Multi-legged is the one that can reverse at its full movement instead of half speed. Okay. The M5A2 Coyote Light Walker. I've got one of these to build too. That came in one of the old starter sets. Regular 105, veteran 126. It is a light walker, 2 legs. It has a left arm, has a right arm mounting an MMG. Just a note: arm-mounted MMGs do not have their shots value for being mounted on a vehicle. Gotta love those arm-mounted MMGs. You have 1 forward-facing HMG. Standard walker movement. Damage value 8+, and standard morale. They are a single crew walker, and they are 2-legged. So single crew walkers, unlike the first edition, they can fire both weapons, but they have to fire them at the same target. So even though your HMG has a pen value, you still have to fire it at the same target because there's only 1 crewman. Which I like that. I like that you can fire them both. Then you've got the M5A5 Jackal Light Jump Walker, which is in my list for my first game this Saturday, or this weekend, hopefully Saturday. 105 regular, 126 veteran, so actually the same as the Coyote. Light walker, 2 legs, left arm, and then right arm mounting an MMG. Standard walker movement, 8+ damage, standard morale. Special rules are jump, single crew walker, and 2-legged. And then you can add an infantry flamethrower mounted to the left arm for 30 points. The M2A1 Mud Skipper Jump Walker, just finished mine not too long ago. Standard or regular is 290, veteran is 348. Is a medium walker with 2 legs. Left and right arms each mounting an HMG. Arm mounted HMGs do not have their shot value for being mounted on a vehicle. 2 forward-facing light autocannons that must be fired at the same target, and forward-facing MMG. Standard walker movement, 9 plus damage value, standard morale. Special rules are jump and 2-legged. And it can replace the arm-mounted HMGs with arm-mounted bazookas for 5 points each. And it doesn't say you have to replace both. You could run one with have an HMG on one arm and a bazooka on the other. That might be kind of interesting. What was I just thinking? Oh, yeah. Arms and legs. Those are important to walkers. There was a question about this on the K47 Facebook group just last night that I responded to. The left and right. So in close quarters, you get an additional attack for each functional arm. So let's say a mud skipper gets into combat, so you get the 1 attack, 1 for the left arm, 1 for the right arm, and then 1 for the set of legs. For each set of legs, up to 4. So you could get 4 attacks with your mud skipper. We'll have to see what the linebacker specifically says, because the mud skipper again has the clampy hands. Give him the clamps. But then damaging, you take your arm plus, so you take your damage value plus your arm, plus your other arm, plus your pairs of legs. So like a Vogelspinne would get a +3, and then you add that, and you might roll add to a d6, but then yeah, that determines the outcome of walker on walker violence. All right, the M2A5 linebacker, the other new kid on the block. 328 points regular, 394 points veteran. That is an expensive chonker. Medium walker on 2 legs. I'm hoping to maybe start building one of mine tonight. We'll see. Standard weapons are a left arm mounting an M21 light Tesla cannon and right arm mounting twin HMGs. So, okay, so it does have the 2 arms. And I had to ask about twin because I couldn't find it anywhere in the rule book. Basically, you treat it as 2. So the arm has 2 HMGs, so 12 shots. And I looked in the app and looked at the rules in the app, and that's what it gave you. So that's pretty awesome. Has forward-facing hull-mounted twin MMGs. So those would have the shots, but the HMGs on the arms would not. Standard movement, damage value 9 plus, standard morale. Special rules are jump, reinforced front armor, and I can't remember exactly what that does. And then it is 2-legged. One other thing to note with walkers is that shaped charges are less effective. Can't remember exactly what it was, but it's in the rules, so check that out. It is a rift unit due to having the M21 light Tesla cannon. So it has the Tesla arc weapon special rule. Options, you can replace the twin HMGs with twin light autocannons for free. You can replace the twin HMGs with the twin super bazookas for 80 points. And you can replace the twin MMGs in the nose with an infantry flamethrower for 10 points. So you have to take the Tesla cannon, but your arm and nose mount options are a little different, which it would kind of be cool to have like bazookas and HMGs, or bazookas and autocannons, or autocannons and MMGs, HMGs, I don't know. But those are the options that you got for now. So then we've got the M8A1 Grizzly medium assault walker, 225 regular, 270 veteran medium walker with 2 legs. Standard weapons are a hull-mounted medium anti-tank gun, pintle-mounted HMG, and left and right arms. Standard movement, damage value 9 plus, standard morale. Special rules are improved HE, so you get the 2-inch, HE 2-inch, so you get the 2-inch template, and then it is 2-legged. M8A4 Bruin medium assault walker, 275 regular, 330 veteran. Medium walker, 2 legs, hull-mounted medium anti-tank gun, pintle-mounted HMG, and forward-facing medium rocket system. The medium rocket system is mounted across both arms, and a Bruin may not make close quarters attacks with his arms, but you can still do it with its legs. Max, get on that. I want to see it. Damage standard movement. I can just imagine. So check out Bearfoot Miniatures, because we want to see one of Phil's mechs going in there just stomping away with its feet. Standard walker movement, damage value of 9 plus, standard morale. Special rules are improved HE and 2-legged. And then the last of our walkers is the M9A2 Kodiak support walker. 335 points regular for veteran, 402 medium walker with 2 legs. Left and right arms each mounting a light autocannon and twin HMGs. And again, a Kodiak may not make close quarters attacks with its arms. So I've got a Kodiak, but I mean, that thing's just a gun wagon. So standard mech movement, damage value 9 plus, standard morale, and special rules are two-legged. So for vehicles, we start with the M3A4T Stuart Light Tank, the original variant. So 104 for inexperienced and 130 for regular. You only have those two options. It is a light tank with a turret-mounted M21 light Tesla cannon and a forward-facing hull-mounted MMG. It can move up to 9 inches on an advance and run 9 to 18, damage of 8 plus, and morale of 8 and 9 for inexperienced and irregular. Special rules. Vulnerable. All shots from weapons with a pen value against the sides or rear of an M3 Stuart benefit from an additional +1 penetration modifier. It is a Rift unit if armed with the M21 light Tesla cannon, so it does have the Tesla arc weapon rule. You can replace the M21 light Tesla cannon with a light anti-tank gun and coaxial MMG for free. You can add a pintle-mounted MMG for 15 points, and you gain the reinforced front armor special rule for 20 points. The M5A2T Stuart light tank, so sort of the final variant of the Stuart, which I need to look at painting mine up. I kind of forget I have that option. So comes in at 112, 140, or 178 points, so you have all three quality options. It is a light tank with a turret-mounted light Tesla cannon and a forward-facing hull-mounted MMG. Standard vehicle movement, damage value 8 plus, and standard morale 8, 9, and 10. Special rules are gyro stabilizers. If taken as veteran, the M21 light Tesla cannon light anti-tank gun does not suffer a -1 to hit penalty for moving and shooting. If armed with the light Tesla cannon, it is a Rift unit with 1 Rift die. You can replace the Tesla cannon with a light anti-tank gun and coaxial MMG for free. You can add a pintle-mounted MMG or a pintle-mounted HMG for 15 or 25 points. Gain the Recce special rule for 10 points and gain reinforced front armor special rule for 20 points. And then we have the M4A9T Sherman medium tank, the Tesla Sherman. 200, 250, or 310 points. Medium tank with a turret-mounted M17 Tesla cannon. So it's got the big boy. And then a forward-facing hull-mounted MMG. Standard vehicle movement and 9 plus damage value. Standard morale. Can also take gyro stabilizers if taken as veteran. It is a Rift unit if armed with the M17 Tesla cannon with 1 Rift die. You can replace the Tesla cannon with a medium anti-tank gun and coaxial MMG for a discount of 55 points. You get improved HE with that. You can replace it with a heavy anti-tank gun and coaxial MMG for discount of 35 points. So there's your easy 8 or your 76. Although the easy 8 did have a 76 mil. Yeah, I mean, you can do your M4A1 with 76 mil instead too. I like that they did write that in there, so you can take your different Sherman variants. Add a pintle-mounted MMG or HMG for 15 or 25 points, and then reinforced armor, front armor special rule for 35 points. We have the M17 Tesla cannon emplacement for 168, 210, or 252 points. It is a medium emplacement, counts as a medium tank. Turret-mounted M17 Tesla cannon, no movement, damage of 9 plus, and standard morale. Special rules are armored all round and emplacement. Starts the game with an immobilized result. In scenarios that do not normally allow units to start on the table, place this unit within 6 inches of your deployment zone edge. And it is a Rift unit with 1 Rift die. The M8A3T Scout Car. 80, 100, or 120 points. It is an armored car with a turret-mounted M21 light Tesla cannon. 12-inch advance and 12 to 24-inch run. 7 plus damage value, standard morale. Special rules are open-topped. If you choose to take the light Tesla cannon, it is a Rift unit with 1 Rift die. You can replace the Tesla cannon with a light anti-tank gun and coaxial MMG for free. Add the pintle-mounted MMG or HMG for 15 or 25 points and gain the Recce special rule for 10 points. For transports and tows, we have the M3 half-track at 62, 77, and 92 points. Can transport up to 12 soldiers. You can add up to... Comes standard with a pintle-mounted HMG covering the front arc. It can tow light, medium, or heavy howitzers, anti-tank guns or anti-aircraft guns, or an M17 Tesla cannon, which I have, so I'm going to need that. And I've got 2 3D printed half-tracks that are really cool that I'm going to need to paint up. You can add up to 3 panel-mounted MMGs for the left, right, and rear arc at 15 points each. We've got the Studebaker US-6 for 26, 33, and 40 points. Advanced to 12, run 12 to 24, 6 plus damage value, standard morale. It can transport up to 18 soldiers. It can tow the same as the M3 half-track. You can add a panel-mounted light machine gun for 10 points. And finally, we have the ubiquitous Jeep at 14, 18, and 22 points. Does not have a standard weapon. Advance up to 12, run 12 to 24, damage value of 6. Standard morale and transport, is up to 3 soldiers, and it has no additional options. So, I have seen a comment before. It's like, oh, I can't take my LVTs now. Well, yes, you can. You just have to take them from the Forces of the United States book, because I've got an LVT that I want to use. Because the Rubicon one painted up, had so much fun doing it. I've got the LVT 4 as well that I just need crew for. So yeah, that is our Konflikt 47 United States Army, which now I want to look at something real quick. Okay, so your M3 half-track and your Studebaker US-6 can tow heavy howitzers. Okay, cool. Good to know. Yeah, so, boy, we saw a lot at the Warlord Open Day. So we know now, and they're up for pre-order, we have 3 new faction starters for the British Commonwealth, the Soviet Bloc, and the Empire of Japan. It's really, really good-looking models in there. So probably going to end up starting a Soviet army at some point, but I need to get the OG T-34ZP first, because I like that one better. Nothing against the new one, I just like the new one better, or the original one better. So that's awesome. Roberta Wells is coming. Yeah, so awesome, lots of awesome stuff there. Quick little update on what I've been working on. So I did finally break into, well, I told you guys, I got my Vogelspinne is built. I threw a coat of primer on it last night. I've got 1 6-man squad of Fireflies / Dragonflies built, the U.S. Starter Army platoon commander, and then I'm working on assembling a 2nd squad of Dragonflies, because I think that's what I'm going to use this weekend. I built 3 Stahltruppen, and then I built the Nachtwalden. Those were all resin. Really cool, really detailed. Fit wasn't great, but whatever. I'll paint it. I mean, I don't know how I'm going to paint it. I'm kind of intimidated to paint it just because of the detail, and I'm not really sure what to do with the skin on the Nachtwalden, but we'll figure it out. We always do. I think I should have, yes, my Stahltruppen commander in there. Sorry, guys. And I will post some pictures at the end of the video of my Schwertruppen. They are almost done. I didn't have the decal sheets because I didn't have my models. I didn't have my pre-order in when I started painting, but I put some decals on last night just to give them some flavor, give them a little bit of that green vault touch. So I used the new decals from the Starter Army. So I've got the decals on, glossed over them again just a little bit ago, and I'm going to try and get an oil wash on them, as well as the Rocketeer tonight, and that's going to be kind of the last thing. With the Stahltruppen, I'm going to go in and weather over the decals just a little bit, just to kind of blend them in a little bit more, and then that should be done. They'll just need to be based, which I have completed rebasing all of the other Marines that I have. None of the models figure into any of my... Well, no. None of the ones I needed to do, like the MMG teams and the medium mortar, those were done a while ago. I just finished rebasing my Marine Raider squad, which will, of course, just has to be a rifle squad. I'm trying to think what else. I really want to start building a linebacker, just because... I mean, I'm, again, kind of intimidated by the linebacker a little bit. But I just want to build one, just see how it goes together. And then I really want to build that new Panzer IV X Walker. Panzer Kampfgewehr. Somebody, yeah. I don't know how to say it. The Walker, because like tanks, Panzer IV, Panzerkampfwagen, Panzerkampfgewehr. I'm probably saying that wrong. I apologize for how terrible I am at pronouncing German, but I'm trying. I'm trying. Not really. Not really. Anyway, so that's kind of what's on the bench right now. Commission stuff is done. It is October 1st, the day you will be watching this, so it is the month of Conflict. I've got one game scheduled, maybe 2 weeks. I'm hoping to get some regular games in to start building up lists. I've got 2 lists written for 500 points. Um, it's interesting because I've just been doing it pen and paper, and I'm kind of used to Heresy. But from what I understand about New Heresy, it's kind of similar in that you've got essentially detachments, which are kind of like platoons. So I understand that whole piece of it. I like that piece of it. It's just trying to balance out points at such a low level, but also trying to get some of the new units. Because neither my buddy that I'm going to play with or I have ever played Bolt Action or Conflict 47, so I want it to be somewhat balanced. And so I try to get a similar number of Rift dice. I think each list is 3 Rift dice. The Axis list has 5 order dice, and the US list has 4 order dice. So I think it's pretty close. It's just that I don't have any. There aren't necessarily really any basic infantry. They're just like grunts. Not well, yes, basic infantry, not any advanced or specialist infantry. They're just grunts. So it's like if I take Stahltruppen or Schwertruppen, it's like okay, you have to have a pen value to really do anything to them. Same with Schreckwolfen. Totenkorps are proving to be really difficult to deal with. So I didn't want to like totally overload it. So I'm using Fireflies for the US, which their Thompsons do have a pen value, so that's helpful, but they're also kind of squishy. But then we've got a couple of LMGs on the Axis side, which could tip things a little bit, but I've got a Jackal in the US list, but I don't really have any anti-tank capabilities on the Axis side, other than to try and get the Stahltruppen into close combat or possibly the Totenkorps. Could probably deal with it. So I'm probably overthinking it right now. We just got to do it and see how things go and go from there. So yeah, awesome. I think I told you guys already. I got another order in with Warlord for the September's Soldier of Fortune, Roberta Wells, the Schwertruppen platoon commander, and then the Huschreck, the Locust. Which again, playing around with the Warlord app, trying to figure out my Oops All Monsters list. That's going to be kind of fun, I think. I need to. I don't know. It's fun. I'm just playing with lists right now, just for the fun of it. But we'll see what happens. But I really do want to do the Oops All Monsters, and then just have like some mech or tank support. So we'll see what happens. I'll let you guys know where I'm at with that. So I think that about wraps it up for what I'm working on at the moment, and everything that's going on. But yeah, check out the Warlord community site for updates on what happened over the open day. Check out my buddy Max over at Bearfoot Miniatures. He's putting out some incredible Conflict 47 battle reports right now. I know he's really getting into it, so that's awesome to hear. I know he's really liking it too, which is even better to hear. So definitely go check out Max at Bearfoot Miniatures. Check out all those links below for social media, as well as my Warlord Games affiliate link. And yeah, let me know what you guys think of the US list. On paper, I like it so far. I just feel, again, kind of like, the Fireflies are kind of squishy. They're also a little more expensive. But let me know what you guys think of the US Army list. So yeah, thanks always for watching. I really appreciate it. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you feel so inclined. And until next time, may your paints be thin, your brushes be pointy, and may those dice be hot. Especially those Rift dice. You want that active or surging every time.